Hey everyone, today I want to show you my new favorite way to combine data from multiple sheets in Excel or merge multiple tables of data in Excel. And how I'm going to do this, I'm going to show you a new formula which is really simple and very quick, which you could do over hundreds of sheets of data if you want. I'm going to show you an example with 12 sheets, so let's get started. Okay, so you can see in my worksheet below, I've got a different tab representing each month in 2025. And each month there is a different number of members who joined a particular club. And what we want to do is we want to combine all of those months into one tab or one sheet at the beginning called total memberships. And how we're going to do this, we're going to use a new function called the Vstack function. It's a really easy formula, but it did come out in 2022. So if you do have earlier versions of Excel, this might not work. But follow along and let's take a look. Okay, so let's get started with the formula. Equals Vstack. Open brackets, it's asking us for the array. So I want data from December 2025 all the way to January 2025. So I can hold down that shift key and select multiple tabs, or go all the way to January 2025, hold shift and select that tab. Now what's that's done is selected everything from December 2025 to January 2025, so all the sheets in between. And what cell reference do we want to merge? We don't need the headings because they're already there. So we're going to select A2 to F20. But if you remember, there were some tabs that have a lot more members than 20. So we want to make sure that this represents or goes longer than our largest file. For me, I know there was no months where there was members more than 100. So I'm going to go from A2 to F100. For you, it could go to 1,000, it could go to 20,000. That's okay, as long as the combined total doesn't equal that Excel maximum of just over 1 million. So I'll change that to A2 to F100, close the brackets and press enter. And now you can see that the Vstack has combined everything from December, then November, and I'm scrolling down, October. But you saw I've got these zeros that came up in between. And that's because when we combined the data, we went down to F100. And because December only had 19 members, it's gone down to 100 and can't find anything. So the last thing we need to do is just adjust this formula slightly, just so we can get rid of those zeros and make it a tidy table in the end. So we'll go back into the function in cell A2, and we're going to nest this within a filter function. So at the beginning of the formula, equals filter, open bracket. What are we filtering? Now we're filtering that table that we just created, so we don't need to change that. And how are we going to filter it? Now we'll add the table in again, but we're only going to filter it from column A. So we'll just change that A2 to F100 to A2 to A100. And we want to filter out anything that isn't blank. So it's going to go through the table. Anytime there was a blank, which is turned it into zeros, it's going to remove it. Close the brackets and press enter. And now you can see that the table has been merged all together. It's taken out those blanks, and it goes all the way down to January 2025. And just to show you it works, and it is a dynamic function, we can go back into December and we can add another line. Now let's just call it December 25 like the rest, and we'll just call it AAA, so on and so forth. And you can see now in the membership, it's automatically dynamically added this new line for December, and you can do that with multiple sheets as well. So it's a great formula. I'll use it all the time. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, please subscribe. See you next time.